but I can certainly get the ball in the back of the net. So feed the Swan, and he will score. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 1 of FM Creators FC. This is a series where all content creators unite into one squad, and we will see how many trophies we can win. This series is going to last up until the launch of FM20, which by the time this comes out, probably about a month and a half. So we've got about 2 seasons, I think, in this save, where we can try and win as many trophies as we can. If you have seen the pilot, the episode 0, watch the introduction to that and see how we came to be. I've been picked by some random good-looking chap with sunglasses and a shirt to lead this team of content creators to success. A few problems, though. Number 1, we've been dumped in the French league, so the FM Creators FC has taken over Nîmes in France. That's probably not how you say that, but we've taken over them, so we are a new club in Ligue 1. So we have to try and beat PSG, Monaco, Lyon, Marseille, the list goes on. Number 2, none of us speak French. Well, no one I know of anyway. I mean, I don't speak French, so I have no idea how we're all going to communicate with everybody. I mean, we're all fine. We can all speak English, so it's all good. We can communicate with each other. But we're in a bit of a random country in a random place. So yeah, I'm sure we're all going to do just fine. So it looks that Miles Jacobson is our chairman. So good old Miles, the owner of Football Managers, clearly recognised our skills and wants us to take over this club and bring them to success. So Miles Jacobson formally welcomes us to FM Creators FC, and the board are fully behind me, which is very good news. Obviously, you've seen the meeting I've had with the mysterious owner, and I'm not quite sure what his deal is, but anyway, we already have an assistant manager who, weirdly, is better than me. We've got TheUnitedCityFM. He is our assistant manager, and he is better than me. And from what I've learned from speaking to the owner, this guy's probably going to be making more decisions than me, because I'm in this team as well. So as much as I'm the manager, I think TheUnitedCityFM is probably going to be making a lot of decisions that's going to be out of my hands. So this guy, he's very close to the owner. I'm a bit suspicious as what's going on there, but he is our assistant manager. He's got 20 man management, 18 ability and potential. So this guy looks to be probably the best assistant manager in the world, and with the big bucks involved with this owner, I'm not really surprised. He speaks French. Nobody else speaks French, but the United City FM speaks French. So I'm going to go through the meeting with old Miles Jacobson here. Welcome to the gaffers. Oh, I'm SuperSwan as well, by the way, because SuperSwan, I'm in the team, so I can't do 2 things. So SuperSwan is in charge of the FM creators, and if you don't know who SuperSwan is, guys, if you haven't checked out my previous series, go watch them. We've had the Brexit Manager, the Journeyman series. We've had Project Pompey as well. That's still ongoing as this comes out. Catch up on those. You'll get all the references. So Miles Jacobson he's the chairman of the club. I'm going to learn more about FM Creators FC. Do we need any philosophies? No, we don't need any philosophies. We might as well have a press conference. Yeah, that's fine. I have a long, successful career at FM Creators FC. And now the United City FM, our assistant manager, he's got some questions regarding the day-to-day running of the squad. I think we will have a friendly, just so we can show as many people off as we can. Yes, please, we will have a friendly. We might as well meet the rest of the backroom staff. And from what the owners told me, the United City FM is going to be doing a lot of stuff for us. So he's going to take control of the training. So he's going to, I'd like my staff to handle all the squads. Any tasks? Friendlies? I will arrange the friendlies. Oh, I've pressed too many things. It's already going bad. But, yeah, you could do the post-match conferences. That's fine. Team talks. no, I'm the manager. I'm going to give the team talks, although you are more than happy to do the opposition instructions. The youth teams, they're all right. They're all right as they are. Agent offers, with the squad we've got, we don't need agent offers. We don't need any more signings. So the United City FM, he's happy. Miles Jacobson, he's happy. And now I think it's a good time to introduce to you the FM Creators Squad. Ba-bow! There we are. And that is the squad. So we've got 2 goalies, 2 right backs, 2 left backs, 4 centre backs, a bunch of midfielders, and a bunch of wingers and strikers. So all these players are the same age. So you're all 19 years old if you're watching. So, if you're older than 19 in real life, then good news. You're now 19 years old. And you're also Gibraltar. Now, the owner said to me that he's also bought the country of Gibraltar. So, by him buying the country and issuing us all Gibraltar passports, we are all eligible for the Gibraltar national team. So I think he's paid off a few people to try and win as many trophies as possible. I think he wants to win the Euros, he wants to win Ligue 1, and if we do well this season, we could be in a Champions League next season. So this is the squad. Take it in, guys. If you're in this squad, obviously, I've announced this on Twitter a couple of days back, so people have been applying. Obviously, if you're watching this in the future, it's a little bit too late, but maybe in the future, we'll do another series. You might be involved in that one instead. But this is the squad, guys. Take it all in. As you can also see, the wages have been capped at 150 grand. I think a few test runs, people were on something like 400 grand a week. Looking at you avoiding relegation, Mr. 400 grand a week. So we've capped the squad at 150 grand. So everyone's on the same money, everyone's got the same ability, but obviously people got different values. Not quite sure how that works out, but I don't decide this. The game decides this. So we're going to start from the top and work our way down. So we start off with Omega Luke. He is one of our goalkeepers. Gibraltar, 19 years old, the same as everybody else. And as you can see from his attributes, he's a very good sweeper keeper. He's got 20 for rushing out, a bunch of 18s as well. So he is going to be fighting for the first team place of the goalkeeper position. Is this going to do it in order? No, of course it's not going to do it in order. So we'll find our second goalkeeper as we go along. So we've got Red Event Games. He is our right wing inside forward. A bunch of 18s. Just to let you all know, you've all got the same attributes. So you've all got 170 current ability. You've all got 200 potential. So what's going to be fun about this save is keeping you all happy and keeping everybody in the squad ticking over, giving them the right amount of games. Inevitably, people are going to kick up a fuss because I got, 27 players in this team? You're not all going to be first teamers, I'm afraid. So that'll be very interesting to have a look at. But we've got Red Event Games here. He is our right winger inside forward. I could talk about the stats, but you can all see for yourselves. By all means, pause the video if you want to see your particular player. But Red Event Games right winger, he's going to be cutting inside on both feet. Again, everyone's two-footed and scoring some goals. We've got scootR in the middle. He can play DM or ball-winning midfielder in the centre mid. Also, if I butcher your name, let me know in the comments. To be honest, I'm probably going to record about 5 in a row, so it might not make any difference. But I think the rule is, the way I say it is the correct way, okay? There's no deviation of this. So we've got scootR in the middle. He can play DM or centre mid. He's more of a ball-winning midfielder, so he's going to be one dispossessing the opponents and pumping it upfield for our creative players. We've got SuperSwan, the most handsome man in the squad, rocking a mud cap, and he's going to be our striker. 19 years old, he's an advanced forward, so he's going to be hopefully the man leading the line and scoring the goals. Guys, you've got to carry me here. You've got to give me the balls to score. I'm not much of a creative player, but I can certainly get the ball in the back of the net. So feed the Swan, and he will score. And he's one of our strikers. We've got tHeMAdSCienTiSt as a deep-lying playmaker and Mazzella. He was part of our pilot episode as well. He was the free kick master. Although in this one, he's only got 14 free kick taken. So fingers crossed, tHeMAdSCienTiSt. You can do a little bit better on those free kicks. But he's a solid midfielder and he can also play on the wings and attack in midfield. So very versatile player, the Mad Scientist. He's going to be conducting some experiments in the middle and setting up our strikers for some goals. We've got the target man who, surprise, surprise, is a target man. So he can play up front. He's not the quickest of players. 13 acceleration, 11 pace. You know, he's not going to be beating anybody in a race, but the target man will be there if we need him to lump balls into the box, get the crosses in, and with his 19 jumping reach, 19 balance, 19 finishing, and 19 heading, he will be the man we need if we need to lump the balls into the box. If we need Route 1 Sam Allardyce football, the target man is going to be the man we need in the team. We have a creative attacking midfielder in tHeMAdSCienTiSt, who, surprise, surprise, is a tHeMAdSCienTiSt. He's an attacking midfielder and a striker. Surprise, surprise, he can play tHeMAdSCienTiSt as his main role, but he's got a lot of really good stats. He's got a few 20s, 19, 20 flair though. He is going to be like the Messi of this squad, trying to get in the box. You know, he's his own player. We'll need to carry him because that's kind of what a tHeMAdSCienTiSt does. You know, he's a lot up front, doesn't get much involved in the play, but he's going to be the man scoring some goals for us. We've got hashtag FM Creators, who's our left-hand side winger. They can also play left back if we desperately need them to. But again, another inside forward on either feet. He's going to be doing the old Robben cut-in inside and scoring some goals for us. We have Aussie Villain, who's our left back. He's going to be a wing back as well, so someone who's going to push forward if we need him to. But with that wing back attributes, he's got the crossing, the dribbling, the pace. He's going to be bombing up and down that left-hand side and getting the balls into our creative players. We've got Avoiding Relegation, who in the test run was our most expensive wages on 400 grand a week. It's a good job that our owner has capped the wages for everybody and we're all on 150 grand together. But he's a pressing forward, so he's not an advanced forward like me. Slightly different type of striker. And with that comes different type of skills. He's got 20 aggression, so let's hope he doesn't get sent off. But he's got 18 anticipation, bravery, a lot of good mental stats for avoiding relegation. And with his skills on the pitch, fingers crossed we can live up to his name and avoid relegation. We've got GeeW FM, the solid old geezer at the back. I couldn't help myself. Oh, he's going to rinse me in the comments. But GeeW at the back, he is the solid man we need. And also, you know, he's got some fairly decent midfield stats as well. You know, with his Bullet Club shirt on, he's going to be the man, the rock at the back, keeping us all safe and ensuring that we keep as many clean sheets as we possibly can. So GeeW FM, he's going to be our Van Dijk at the back. Although I know he's a United fan, so, you know, maybe he can be the Harry Maguire at the back, maybe. Who knows? We've got CptBeardyManFM, also a centre-back. Different type of centre-back. He's not a ball-playing centre-back. He's just your standard central defender, so nothing fancy. He's just going to be the man to get the ball and give it to someone else. He's very ambitious, though, personality-wise. So they're all different personalities. So old Captain Beardyman is the standard centre-back, really. You know, no nonsense would be the right name, but he's not quite as good as a no nonsense as he is as a normal central defender. But, you know, he's still got 8 passing, so he could pass the ball if he wants to, but I think he'll be feeding off to other people. But his main job is to keep that ball safe, and I'm sure he'll be throwing in the tackles with that 17 tackling, 17 anticipation. He's going to be seeing those balls before they even get to his feet, and then he will be making sure we keep some clean sheets. We've got Jack Deem. He's probably the guy who, I certainly check him out on Twitch, guys. He's only got about, I think, 4 or 5 subs, but check him out. All the links are in the description for all these players. They're all content creators, so, you know, as much as it's good, you're checking me out, obviously, you know, wait till the end of the video first, and then check all these guys out, all different types of content creators. Let's show each other some support as much as we can. But Jack Deem, I'm probably pronouncing your name wrong as well, mate. My apologies. He's a box-to-box midfielder, so he's going to go between the lines, setting up our strikers for goals, but also tracking back and ensuring we get a little bit of cover in front of the defence. He can also play in defensive midfield as well as old Segundo Volante, if we want to throw some fancy roles in there. But Jack's going to be the man to hopefully keep our midfield strong. We've got FlyingAllNight, who's our other goalkeeper. He's another sweeper keeper. So him and Omega are probably going to be fighting it out for that goalkeeping position. They're probably both exactly the same. But guys, one of you two's got to show me why you should be the number one goalkeeper. And FlyingAllNight's going to be hopefully flying to the ball to make sure that it doesn't go into the back of the net. We've got FM Wonderkids, who is aptly described as a Wonderkid, so he knows a Wonderkid team when he sees it. So he is a 19-year-old Wonderkid, a ball-winning midfielder, a lot of 20s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 20s for FM Wonderkids. He's a ball-winning midfielder. You know, he lives up to his name, really. Wonderkid, 19 years old, Gibraltar. He's going to be dominating world football for years to come. We've got FMZ Gamer. He's a deep line playmaker, so slightly different type of midfielder. He's going to be sitting back a bit, you know, letting the fast strikers get in, because, you know, he's only got 7 acceleration and 6 strength, so he's not quick, he's not strong, but what he lacks in physical skills, he makes up for in his mental attributes. He's got the composure, he can make decisions, he's good at teamwork, he's got technique. So he's like the, you know, sit in front of the defenders, wait for everyone to move around, and ping those long balls to make sure that we get those assists and keep the team going. FMZ Gaming is going to be an important cog of this team. Friedbadger Gaming. He's a midfielder that can play both in midfield and attacking midfield. He's an advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder, also deep line and advanced, so he can fit a number of roles in the second half of the pitch. He's another player who's got a lot of very solid stats. 19 first touch, passing, technique, composure, decisions. This guy has got it all. And this is what I'm saying. We've got a lot of good players in this squad. So first team position is going to be very nip and tuck, guys. You know, if you're going to stay in this team, you've got to put the performances in. But Friedbadger Gaming, another solid midfielder. We have FlyingAllNight, the attacking midfielder. As I said on Twitter, I had to get the chairman involved to try and negotiate him to come into the squad. But what a player he is, with £87 million. And he's an attacking midfielder who can play midfield and just about play as a striker. I mean, he's got 14 finishing, 19 first touch and 19 dribbling. So if we were super desperate, we might be able to lump him up front. But he's fairly ambitious, a Wonderkid like everyone else. FlyingAllNight, you're going to be that man in the attacking midfield position, getting some goals for us. We have GeeW FM, who's a Mazzella in the midfield, can also play on the wings and advanced playmaker, but he's going to be roaming from his midfield position and getting some goals with all, look at those 15s. I think he has two stats, under 10. He's just a well-rounded player. He's got all the attributes, probably could play anywhere in the team, but he's going to be mainly utilised as a Mazzella, but can also play in those attacking positions. We've got Heid the Baw Gaming, another ball-playing defender, good on his feet, but he's also got 18 tackling, 18 marking, 18 heading, 6'6". He is going to be a rock at the back and making sure, again, that our goalies are not compromised. So Heid the Baw Gaming, very important defender in this side. We've got JB on FM, the flying right back, who's going to be bombing up and down the right flank. He's going to be putting in those crosses with that 18 crossing and 18 dribbling, but he's also got that 18 tackling to make sure he can track back and make sure that that right hand side is on lockdown. Attacking fullback, how's his stamina? 18 stamina? He's got the stamina, he's got all the stats. JB's going to be owning that right-hand side. We've got Kylex Plays, who's our right-handed inside forward. Can also dabble a bit on the left, so we've got that bit of coverage with him if we need it. But again, he's either-footed. He's got 19 first touch, 19 dribbling, 19 technique. And look at those physicals. 19 acceleration, 19 agility, and 19 balance. I don't know what our owner's feeding us, guys, but we've all turned into absolute Wonderkids. And fingers crossed we can all pull together and win some trophies. We've got Mr. Tomox 2, or I'm just going to call him Tom because that's probably easier. But Tom is another right back, so him and JB are going to be fighting for that right-hand side position. Very similar type of player, and they're both in their prime at 19 years old. We could go on for 10 seasons in this save, and we'd all still be the best players in this game. But Tom, he's going to be important for us on that right-hand side, but between him and JB, who's going to be the man to carve out a first team position? And I think that's pretty much it. I think we are missing a few players. Let's have a look at the old reserves. Aha! We've got some reserves, which I will put in the first team as well. We've got Katato 8, he's a centre defender. So we've only got 4 centre backs. So they're all going to be in rotation. So I think Katato's going to get some appearances for us. He's got 17 tackling, 17 marking. Still a very good player. Not quite sure why he's in the reserves, but don't you worry, Katato. You will be in the first team. Also, that's how now you pronounce your name. If I'm saying it wrong, it's now pronounced Katato. That's the way it is, mate. That's the way it is. But a very solid defender. We will be counting on him for the seasons to come. We've got the 94th minute on left back. I mean, it just shows how important this guy is to us, because he literally says on his name how many minutes he will give us in a game. So some players might only come off at half time, some players come off after 60 minutes. The 94th minute will give us everything all game long. He is a left back by trade, and he very similar to other right backs and left backs. He will be bombing up and down those flanks, and a very key player going forward. I think the last player we've got is Benny Jaco. Lovely picture. We've got the back of his head because, that's the picture we got for him, really. But again, he's an inside forward on the left-hand side. He's got very good stats. He's got 18 physicals, he's got 18 technicals, 20 flair. So he's going to be doing step overs for days, confusing our opponents and trying to get in the box as much as he can. So what we'll do, we'll promote these guys into the first team because, they deserve to be there. So we'll move to senior squad, and Benny Jaco in the senior squad you go. So that, my friends, is the squad. We've got how many players? 25, 26 players? I think. 26. We've got 26 players in this squad. All of them 4-star current ability, all of them 5-star potential. So I think what we'll do, guys, this is the intro episode. So this is just introducing the guys. So now that, obviously, if you're in the squad, you know what your position is going to be. And that is the squad. If we look at the team report, in fact, if we look at squad depth, so this is going to give us an idea of where our squad depth is. So obviously we've got Omega and FlyingAllNight in goal. We've got Aussie Villain in the 94th minute on the left. We've got our 4 defenders, Bood, Heid the Baw Gaming, CptBeardy and Katato on the defenders. And we've got JB and Tom at right back. Midfielders, we've got a lot of midfielders. We've got tHeMAdSCienTiSt, scootR, Friedbadger Gaming, GeeW, FM Wonderkids, FMZ, and Jack Team can all play in the midfield, but they have different positions. They've got box-to-box, ball-winning, Mazzella, deep-lying playmakers, so we've got different types of midfielders depending on what the situation comes to us, because we might have to switch the tactics around a bit to break down our opponents. We've got the wingers as well. So on the left-hand side, we've got the FM creators and Jaco. In the middle, FlyingAllNight, trequartista, and Friedbadger Gaming can also play attacking midfield. And on the right, we've got Kyle, Red Event Games, and tHeMAdSCienTiSt can play there a little bit as well. And then our 3 strikers, all different. We've got SuperSwan, the advanced forward, the target man as the target man, and we've got avoiding relegation as our pressing forward. So lots of different types of players. We've even got a trequartista who can play trequartista up front. So that is the squad, my friends. That is FM Creators FC. And if we have a look a bit about the club, so this is what we look like. So we are predicted to come first in the league. Our key player is trequartista at the moment. So trequartista, you've got that bragging rights for now as our key player. We've got 4-star reputation. We've got state-of-the-art facilities, state-of-the-art youth. We've got an estimated value of 984 mil. Obviously, the owner's got a lot of money about him, and he's pumping that into the club. And we've got a stadium called the Dugout, which is, well, it's just still in Nîmes, and it's 50,000 capacity. So we can get 50,000 FM creator fans into the stadium. And that is the club, my friends. We've stuck to the Nîmes kit because we thought we'd respect the history of the club and keep their kits as a bit of a tradition. But this is FM Creators FC, my friends. This is going to be the save that takes us to the end of FM19. And this is where, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can score as many goals and win as many trophies as possible. So if we look at the schedule, we've got a bunch of friendlies, which we're not going to show the friendlies off. But we are going to come back for the first 2 games of the season against Angers and Marseille. Who's going to make that first appearance in the team? Are there going to be any pre-season injuries? Are there going to be suspensions? Are players going to throw their toys at the pram already, thinking that they're not going to be a first teamer? It's all going to happen. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to keep the Twitter updated as well. So obviously things in between, I'll update on Twitter. But we'll have the games when we come back with. And because we've got roughly about a month and a half, I think it's going to be about 3 videos a week on the channel. So this is coming out on a Sunday. So I think we'll upload, because we've still got Project Pompey ongoing as well, which, if you haven't checked out Project Pompey, Portsmouth 2003, 2004, we have got a stunning side in that series. We've got Messi, we've got Suarez, Petr Cech's in that team. And you're thinking, how on earth did this guy get Messi and Suarez to join Portsmouth in 2003? Go check out Project Pompey if you want to find out. So what we'll do is we'll upload the series on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and for the foreseeable future. So 3 episodes a week of FM Creators FC, all the way up until FM20. And we look at the competitions just to see ourselves out. We've only got the league for now, but we are told that we do need to win the league. So fingers crossed, guys, if we all pull together, we can do something special. But leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2019 content. FM Creators will be coming out this week on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, 6 PM GMT or 6 PM UK time. And tune in next time for the first 2 games of the season. If you're in this squad, will you make the first team? Or will you be benched forever and never get a game? Who knows? You gotta show me in training, guys. But I will see you next time for the first 2 games of the series. Thank you very much for watching.